Welcome to the KVJ ATS Show podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch, and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show podcast.
Yeah, here we go. Welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. Happy little Wednesday. About that time of week where you start putting together your little plans on what you're going to be doing for the weekend. So trying to sort through some options. You got a little World Cup stuff that's going to be happening. So that's going to be getting going. So I might maybe head to a sports bar and watch a little bit of that. Could be some exciting stuff. Are you going to watch any of the World Cup, Virginia? Jaybird, you guys going to watch any of it?
I am not. I'm not really doing a sports weekend. I'm going to do a beauty weekend.
Oh, okay. I was either going to do sports or beauty, so.
You can maybe do both. Make it a hybrid weekend.
Yeah.
You can watch sports while you get a petty or a mani.
Okay. Yeah,
They probably feel good, honestly.
Yeah, it all goes down starting on Thursday. 48 countries, 104 matches, 16 stadiums, 7 games going to be at Hard Rock, but they're not going to call it that. I think they call it like Miami Stadium or something like that.
Okay.
It's because of licensing with FIFA.
Gotcha.
So if you've got a, brand that's attached to your stadium, which almost every stadium does now.
FIFA won't say it unless you pay FIFA.
No, you can't even. They've had to take down the banners, everything.
Oh, wow.
They'll cover it, yeah.
So even if Hard Rock would have offered to pay FIFA, they're like, no, you're good.
Yeah, I guess they haven't. Yeah, you can't do any of that. I don't think they negotiate because it probably would have taken forever to negotiate all that. They were just like, it's just got to come off.
Damn.
The stadiums. Yeah, so it's going to be Miami Stadium. They said they're forcing major changes at all the U.S. stadiums. They prohibit non-sponsor corporate branding during the tournament. So a lot of the famous venues that have those kind of things have got to remove the names. So
it's a lot of removing.
It is. Yeah, we're covering it up. You can't show any of it. So, yeah, that's going to be something. It'd be interesting to see what the ticket prices are. They say they've been dropping sharply on some of the secondary markets. They say that costs have fallen 24% over the past 30 days as of May 14th.
Okay, that's good news for the Ralstons if you want to go.
Yeah, I think it's still out of our thing, and I can't even get my family hardly ever. I've gotten them to one Inter-Miami game, and that's because it was the final match in Fort Lauderdale. Like, I haven't even gotten them down to a new stadium yet. So hopefully, but we'll see.
Don't give up the dream, Ralston.
Yeah, well, it's just crazy. Even the parking is expensive. Our buddy Andy the Alien in Port St. Lucie was telling me that up there, because they've got it in New York at whatever the stadium is, Giant Stadium or
Shea Stadium.
No, I think it's where the Giants play football. I don't know if they call it Giant Stadium anymore or MetLife, I think is the name of it. MetLife Stadium. So they'd have to take the branding off that, but then they're going to charge you $300 to park.
$300?
It's $300 to park there.
Oh, my God.
They can kiss my hairy beanbag.
They can actually kiss his nuts.
Yeah.
And his taint.
Yeah.
For that kind of money, you might as well just go for the whole kit and caboodle.
They better get that brown eye while they're there.
While we're at it.
For $300.
$300, you better be kissing all my parts.
That's ridiculous. Mm-hmm. I can't with that.
So the first match that you're going to have here is going to be on Monday. It is Saudi Arabia and Uruguay that's going to be playing. And you got to wait about another week for another one.
Uruguay's got a good defense.
Now, do they travel? Like, will there be Uruguayans here? Do they come and watch? Or is it just local people that love soccer?
We don't know the fucking answers to your fucking questions.
And I just looked it up. Technically, they called it Uruguacamolians.
That's a great name.
It is. Yeah, it is good, right? Yeah. I might just move to Uruguay just to be able to be a Uruguacamolian. That'd be pretty cool. The other thing they're coming down on is the Vuvuzela.
Oh, that loud thing.
Yeah, it sounds like the whole stadium's full of bees.
Oh.
All you need is Nicolas Cage right now. The bees! The bees!
We end up buying a few of those. They work, man.
They're obnoxious.
Oh, can you imagine sitting through this the entire game?
Oh, my kid would have one. I'd want to wring his neck.
Oh, yeah. You'd want to feed that vuvuzela to that kid. And those things are long, too. I don't know if kids can eat them. But, yeah, so they're going to be getting rid of those. So that's not going to be happening. You know, the one thing I wonder is a lot of times when I see soccer matches, they have, and they do a bit at the Inter Miami games, they have people in the one part, like we call it the end zone, but whatever the thing is with the pitch, they have those flags. Could you imagine if you're sitting by, and they're massively huge flags that they're just waving the entire match? I'm like, can you imagine if you're sitting right behind that? You wouldn't be able to see anything. You'd be like, oh, can't see. Oh, can see. Yep, well, can't, because as the flag goes back and forth. I'm surprised they allow that.
Yeah, flags are cumbersome if you're sitting right behind one.
Yeah, it just seems like there are some things that you shouldn't allow in stadiums. And that, I think, might be one of them. So we'll see. So that's going on. So maybe going to be checking that out this weekend. And then, as we talked about yesterday, you got that 5 o'clock somewhere fest that's going to be happening.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they still have some tickets for that. I had seen some. It looks a little bit more affordable than what I thought it was going to be, because some of the packages were hundreds, if not maybe like $1,000 or something like that.
Yeah, they all sell those VIP packages now. But
Yeah.
Get out of here with all that. Just what is the general admission bare bones ticket?
They say you can get them starting at $150. I don't know if that makes it worthwhile, because each night there's really only one artist I want to see, and it's the newer ones. I want to see Ella Langley on Friday, and then I want to see Old Dominion on Saturday.
Isn't that funny? I'd go see the old ones.
I'd go to see Clint Black.
Me too, man.
Yeah. And I wonder if it's going to be an interesting turnover with the crowd, because, yeah, did the old country people even give a crap about Old Dominion and Ella Langley? And do people like Ella Langley give a crap about Clint Black?
I think that's a little pricey for one stage. I just got back from Jazz Fest, where there's like 15 stages, and those tickets were like same price.
Okay. Yeah.
That's pricey for one stage, and then you just have to stand there and wait for the artist to come, and that's per day, right?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah. That'd be my guess. So we'll see what happens with that. There are some other interesting musical announcements going on here. Would you be excited about a new Beastie Boys album?
My husband was so jacked up last night because he was telling me that, I'm going to botch this. 30 years ago, him and his friend JR, your friend, were standing in line yesterday waiting for the new Beastie album that was dropping on that day.
30 years ago yesterday.
Yes.
Okay.
Whatever that was, he was like calling his friend, like, do you remember 30 years ago on this day? We were at so-and-so record store waiting to buy so-and-so album.
Is that the one that's got Boomin' Granny on it? Is that got Boomin' Granny on it?
Maybe.
I think I remember when they were... I remember them buying the new Beastie Boys album and wearing it out when we would go out.
He was jacked up.
And that intergalactic.
Planetary, intergalactic. Yeah, so he's going to be very excited about any kind of Beastie news.
Two of them are alive still, right?
Yeah, but only one of them's going to be doing the new music, and that's Mike D. Has got a solo album called Thank You coming out on August 28th.
Nice.
And I heard a little bit of one of the songs, and it sounds very, as you would imagine, Beastie-like.
Good.
Drop.
Yeah, but just one.
You don't want your Beastie to sound unbeastie. You want the Beastie, right?
I wonder why they didn't get the other dude, MCA. Or not MCA, Ad Rock.
I don't know. Yeah, I've seen them they did a really cool documentary special together. They were on stage and they're kind of walking through some of their better moments, and they seem like they're still friends and it's all good, but maybe the other one was just like, dude, I don't know.
Burnt.
Well, and also too, the style is very much like young skater kind of, he's like, dude, I'm like 60. I just don't know if I got that gear anymore.
I can't skateboard.
They had one about 12 years ago that dropped, and they had a bunch of celebrities in the video. I think Will Ferrell's in it. A bunch of people are in it. It's a really good song. It's a good video. Mm-hmm. So even in their older run.
I think I know what you're talking about. It was like a movie set kind of deal with explosions.
It's a really good video. It's a really good song.
Panda was jacked about that one too and had me sit and watch it.
They were solid. Every album that they came out with. I know their second one was, people were like, because their first album was so big. that Paul's Boutique, some people are like, I don't know, but it wound up having some classics like the old Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and Shadrach was on that, and they had some really classic songs, and they didn't really have a bad album. Even their last album, 2011, had some great songs on it, some of the best stuff they'd done.
There's an amazing version they're playing on either the Tonight Show. It's one of those late night shows back from the 90s. They're playing live. They're playing all instruments. It's Sabotage, and it sounds fucking amazing.
Ooh.
It is such a great performance.
Yeah.
I play that all the time because it's such a great performance. They're on the guitar, they're on the drums. It's really neat.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting. I'm hoping that it holds up, and I expect that he realizes the pressure, and he wouldn't come out with an album if he didn't think it could hold up.
Also, too, he's been to the mountaintop. He's already done it. He's 6 years old. He wants to do some music. He likes creating.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit?
I agree. Do it. See what's up. Now, that docuseries they did, Michael Jackson, The Verdict. I can't wait to watch Michael. My wife and I were checking it out, but it's not available to rent, I don't think, yet. They've got the previews out.
It's still in theaters.
Yeah. But I know where it ends. And I was like, okay, well, then if they're going to do a sequel, which I've heard they are, what the hell do you have left to tell? They went through what, the Bad album? Like, how much stuff after that are you going to get to? And it doesn't sound like you're wanting to touch this stuff because it is from the Jackson family that is putting this whole thing together.
You don't want to get into the allegations.
Well, he had other albums come after Bad that still were successful, but they weren't Michael Jackson's huge number. They were great for any other artist. I mean, they used to get on him if he would sell 3 million.
Sure.
Michael's losing his edge, but 3 million's 3 times platinum.
But that's just kind of what I wonder. Do you have enough there to make a whole movie out of it? Because it seems like if you've gone through Bad, you've really gone through a lot of the stuff where he was super high and, with the fame and
you've got
what's left in that story.
You've got him getting with Priscilla Presley or whatever
Lisa Marie
Presley. You got that whole thing. I don't know if they covered that, but that's after Bad.
Yeah.
So you got all that, and if they wanted to touch the trial, that would definitely be enough, and they could maybe spin the trial stuff in their own way.
They might, because there's something like this, Michael Jackson, The Verdict, that's on Netflix that I don't know is painting a rosy picture of Michael Jackson. They say that it got 17.8 million views in its first 5 days. It premiered on June 3rd, and it was all about where he was acquitted on all the charges, including the child molestation. It features interviews with jurors, witnesses, accusers, and defenders who are all present in court. I don't know what kind of take it has. I haven't seen it yet, and I haven't heard where they go with it, because some of those I've seen are not very favoring towards Michael Jackson's legacy.
Right.
And I wonder if this one is. So I don't know. If anybody's seen it, you can drop into the chat and let us know where that has gone. So other things that we got going on today, as we wrapped up the regular show, we were talking about how Bill Gates is going to be testifying in front of the House committee on the Jeffrey Epstein charges.
This is where he pulls his face off and reveals to everyone he's a lizard man.
Now, that would be something, because yesterday they were talking about aliens. He could have just been up there and be like, I'm a day late, but
If he starts to talk like this during the interview, you know it's about to go down.
I'm not a pedophile. I'm a lizophile. And he peels his mask off, and he's just a big gecko.
Yeah.
Lizophile. I'm going to write that down as one of the worst terms I've ever heard.
Didn't like that.
She didn't like it either. She said it without any confidence.
Lizophile?
And I was telling you at the end of the regular show that it was about his relationship that Bill Gates had with Jeffrey Epstein between 2011 and 2014. And one text that we got, it sums up how I feel too. It says the 2006 arrest date is my hard line for people. That's where he was arrested here, got the sweetheart deal. It was, about prostitution, but they had the allegations of young girls involved with it. They said if anyone associated with Jeffrey Epstein after that event, then they are complicit. Simple. I will give deniability to anyone before, and everyone at the big party at his New York townhouse after he got off house arrest are completely guilty and should be canceled. The party had lots of celebrities and media people. It was disgusting. Yeah, I don't know how you can't claim deniability to me after that 2006 arrest.
You can't. And they say at that house party you're talking about that he actually had young girls there as servers and workers.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were working the event. It was clear that they were 14, 15, 16.
Yeah.
And the guests were like, oh, okay.
Yeah, he just says that I think Bill Gates' thing, and he'll just regurgitate it again, that the only reason why he was associating with them was he thought he was going to be able to donate to his charity, and that was the conversations that they had. Anything that they did was simply about that, and he was a powerful, influential guy, and, he might just say, hey, look, Palm Beach County didn't come down on that hard. Why would I?
Right. And he's right.
To an extent, yeah, he is.
He can say that, and people can go, oh, well, he's got a point.
Yeah, I mean, if they didn't think it was that big a deal, why should I?
Well, that's why I was just asking with the stuff with Epstein when he got arrested the first time, was all of the details in that report where if someone was to do business with them, it would say underage kids in there, or did he sweeten that up to where if you did look at it, it just says he was soliciting for prostitution, which if you didn't have all the details, you would just think, oh, he was soliciting prostitutes. I'm just curious how much of that information was available.
Yeah, I don't know what they saw.
I think it was enough.
I can see people going, oh, he's with hookers.
Yeah,
not
it
a
was
big deal.
prostitute thing. Well, no, she was 14.
Now that changes it. Now,
right.
Was that information available?
Yeah, I think that was all the stuff, the allegations they had thrown out. Yeah, I mean, that story that I was reading earlier on it said that during the investigation, authorities identified dozens of other underage girls who reported similar sexual abuse, many between the ages of 14 and 17. So that kind of stuff comes out in a trial.
Got ya.
Well, at that dinner that you're talking about, Woody Allen was there with Sun Yi. Chelsea Handler was there.
Right.
Katie Couric was there. Chelsea talks about how she was joking around, and she asked Woody Allen about him and Sun Yi. How'd you guys meet?
Wow.
But birds of a feather, guys.
Yeah.
If you hang out with people a lot, one dinner party, okay, maybe you don't know what the hell's going on. But if you hang out with somebody a lot, like Bill Gates hung out with somebody a lot, he was photographed with Jeffrey Epstein on definitely several occasions. Birds of a feather flock together.
Dude, Chelsea Handler's out there on her holy hill talking about morality and what you can say and what you can't say. And she's got some little skeletons in her closet, too.
She was at the Jeffrey Epstein dinner with Woody Allen and Sun Yi.
But she went in on what's his name about being racist, right?
She got a lot of stuff wrong on her roast, which a lot of comedians came down on her because they thought her intel was weak. She got, I forget what country it was, but a bunch of comedians went to a country where it was controversial.
Saudi,
yeah. And she said Shane Gillis went over there, and he never went. In fact, he was one of the comedians saying, I'm not going over there. He was very vocal about not going over there. So one of her disses on the roast was how he went to Saudi and all that shit, and he's like, I never went. Yeah, she just was... It came off lazy to a lot of people.
Yeah, she had said about Tony Hinchcliffe and Shane Gillis, she said, I knew enough about Tony and Shane. They're racist, they're bigots, they're sexist.
That was after the fact and then people dug up some stuff of Chelsea and what she used to talk about before she got... I don't know.
And he went in on, he made some jokes about her with Epstein, right? And I think that's kind of what got her going.
Gotcha. Well, she was at the party.
Well, I look back now, I watched the roast for a second time, and I just wanted to see what was going on the dais, and you can see it. She starts to shake her head, and she's all pissy on the dais when people are doing jokes. Kevin Hart's laughing at something Shane Gillis is saying, and Chelsea's going, no, don't laugh at that. Don't let, and it's like, you're doing a fucking roast. Don't go then.
Yeah. It's tough, just when you are, when you got skeletons in your own closet and stuff is kind of shady. It's just odd that you would go after somebody and how terrible they are.
Who knew what and who looked the other way?
And she might just say, yeah, he came after me first, so he'd already gone after that, so I'm going to go after him. So maybe that's what it was. I think timing-wise, I think he did go in on her first, and then that's when she went back in on him, right?
Kev, they don't do any of that stuff off the dome. All that stuff is pre-written and it's got to be checked with everybody. That's why even the jokes they made about...
So you don't think when because she called him what? She said he looked like an uncooked dumpling, I think it was, or something like that, pot sticker, something along those lines. But I thought order-wise, he kind of went after Chelsea Handler, and then she responded when she got up there and went after the racist stuff on him. Is that how it went?
The racist stuff she really went in on during interviews after the roast. She made her jokes on the dais.
I thought she did make a joke there about him being racist. Shane Gillis.
I can't really recall that. I can't remember everything she said. My whole problem was, say what you want on stage. That's what that's for. People. They signed up for, they know what they're getting themselves into. It was her after the fact. She was going on podcast and ripping everyone apart that was on the dais of, she didn't like their comedy, so she deemed them as a bad person. And she was wrong on some of the stuff she was accusing people of, in my opinion.
Okay. Well, one other person that was at that roast, Tom Brady, he does a lot of those things, holds his own. And now he's got his own coconut water. We were talking about that yesterday here on the After the Show. I think it's Good Nut is the name of it. And it was kind of odd, actually. I thought in the commercial, they're acting like it's so scandalous that he can't say Good Nut.
It's not that scandalous.
Which I didn't think so either. And that's why we came up with our own brand here for KVJ, the Nut in My Mouth. Instead of Good Nut, fresh coconut water. And
now that is scandalous.
Yes.
Nut in my mouth.
Nut in my mouth. It's already coming together. You can see if you're watching us on YouTube right there. And
they put Nut in My Mouth as the logo of my shirt.
Yeah.
I love it.
And there's already one of the billboards that's running.
Beautiful.
It's me holding a nut in my mouth, and it says, crack one open for refreshment.
And you look so happy to drink it.
Oh,
you look different. They put that through AI.
It's definitely AI.
AI changes your face
It does a little bit, yeah.
slightly,
It
and you're
does.
like,
It does.
who is that motherfucker?
He almost has crossed eyes a little bit.
He does.
Yeah. So appreciate that AI mic as it goes in there.
Nut in my mouth, and I also like Bust a Nut. Don't forget, Bust a Nut would be delicious as well.
You can only have one tagline. Mine won out. Sorry.
So today you got Bill Gates on Capitol Hill. Yesterday you had some whistleblowers. You had other politicians that have been big on trying to get more transparency and the government to release what they know about aliens. And I think, I mean, there are a lot of rumors that they know everything. And the one thing was this whistleblower, David Grush. He's the guy that you've seen going back 3 years. He's the one that really kind of started the bombshells. And what I think happened with him was he was talking more, not just about the craft themselves, which you could say, are they ours, or is there another country, or what is that? But when you start talking about the actual biologics, which are the aliens themselves, that's where you start saying when you have different creatures. Now, that's when you're like saying, okay, well, this isn't clearly a ship made in China or Russia. And here's what David Grush had to say yesterday about what the U.S. government has knowledge of.
I certainly don't have the compendium. It's a continuum from corporeal, bipedal type life to, you know, what I would consider like sentient plasmoid life. But there are several that the U.S. government is aware of.
It's been surfaced to the public that there's been a program by the name of Immaculate Constellation. During the course of your investigation, did you recognize that the infrastructure to support such a program for exfiltration of data from federal systems would exist?
Yeah, I can't comment on the content of that program. I've discussed on my interview in Judicial Watch that was a National Security Council program. And the secrecy started in 1954 through an Eisenhower executive order that created that infrastructure.
Eisenhower.
Yeah, there are reports that Eisenhower actually had a face-to-face with aliens.
There was reports that he went, no one knew where he was at. And they're like, where's the president at? And I believe he was in New Mexico doing some type of secret alien type of thing, Virginia.
Yeah.
Yeah, what did I just say?
Secret alien type of thing, Virginia.
What the fuck else did I say? Yeah, she's texting, Kevin. She doesn't even, she's not even paying attention.
Sorry, you lost the room.
Whatever. It's the biggest story in human history right now. This is my fear, Kevin. We're going to find out aliens are real and no one's going to give a shit. Everyone's going to go back to their normal lives.
Lizzo files.
It's terrible.
Lizzo file. Yeah, they had said he had a toothache and he disappeared for a while, but then other people were saying that was just the excuse that they gave out so that he could go and do his little mission, because you always know where the president is at all times.
I thought he went to Roswell. That's what I thought he did.
I think it was either Roswell or it was Dayton. to Wright-Patterson, one of the two. I think is where he had gone. But he did, in his farewell address in 1961, he did warn against the unwarranted influence of the military-industrial complex, which he realized was building. And that's what a lot of people would argue. They're the ones that know about the aliens. They're the ones that have the bodies. It's the military-industrial complex that have set themselves up as their own government. And they're like, we don't answer to the president. We don't answer to the CIA. We don't answer to anybody but our damn selves. So.
I mean, there are people in the military who have come out and said, no, I saw more than a craft. I saw beings. Legit saw beings.
Dead bodies of beings or living...
So both.
Lizophiles.
Both.
Lizophiles, yeah.
Both. That's not going to... Stop making... Fetch ain't going to happen.
Lizophiles is going to happen.
Stop trying to make Lizophiles. First of all, it sounds like you're saying Lizzo.
I'm going to make you into a Lizophile, and that meme is going to catch fire.
I like to set it on fire.
So they've said it. Now the big thing is what they want is they want the government to release it. Give us the proof that you actually have the bodies. We know that they're walking around and walking amongst you. Give us the actual proof. Show us the actual craft and stuff like that. That's what they're asking for.
Spielberg got some backlash on his interview, too. I don't know if you saw any of that from religious groups.
Yeah, what part?
Just talking about aliens in general and how it goes against the Bible. And I've heard people who are very religious that say you can believe in both. I mean, you believe in both, do you not?
What he had said, I think he said it would, in a sense, rattle your Christian beliefs.
But I've heard Christians also talk about, well, I mean, okay, God made Earth, God made aliens, God's the supreme being.
Yeah.
He made the whole thing.
Yeah, that was it. So there are a lot of people like, yeah, I'm fine with it. Look, the Bible doesn't cover absolutely everything, and it does cover some very interesting beings that are in there, stuff that is of the supernatural. So especially earlier on in Genesis, they have some stuff.
Well, you're the perfect person to ask. How do you feel? You're a Christian and you believe in aliens, correct?
I believe it's definitely possible, yeah. I think there's something going on. Now, usually the Christian take is they are going with the angle of they believe it's demons or something like that.
Or falling angels.
Fallen angels, yeah. Nephilim, things like that. It could be.
What about they talk a lot about angels, regular angels, not falling angels, but angels in general in the Bible?
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on possibly that they're angels from a different...
Could be. They don't seem to match the descriptions of what angels did or what they look like, appeared to be. So some people think that angels would be pretty damn intimidating. Like if an angel walked in here, you wouldn't, it's not like the guys with the wings and you're like, oh, what a peaceful dude. You would be like, holy shit, this is a badass.
There's an angel in here right now.
I would go more of a demon, but that's just me. The fine line between...
You
definitely a fallen angel. Hey, she's wearing all black.
Oh, yeah, that's new from, I don't know.
It's a fallen angel.
When have you not... every now and then you'll throw like a blue dress or a pink dress, but I would say 98% of the time you are in black.
Maybe more.
Maybe more. How many fucking black dresses do you own?
Dude, if I had $1 for each black dress, I'd probably have about $200.
I was looking at last month, just all the podcasts. It just looked like you had one long day.
One long day.
It just kept going. Yeah, Sean said I'm full-blown Christian, but it will definitely stir shit up here if they're aliens. I'm fine with it, though.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't... The Bible's not meant to give you the answers to everything. In fact, it even talks about, hey, look, there's just some stuff you're not going to know. Like, don't.
They talk about that.
Yeah. They're like, you're just not going to know everything. That's it.
It's for God to know and you to find out.
Well, the biggest thing is, God's, they just say, look, God's thought process, if you can't get on that level. And if God would open up his mind and your head would explode. Like you just couldn't even fathom that kind of stuff. And so God's like, look, I get it. You're not the same capacity that I am. So I'm giving you what you need, not what you want.
Is that a theme throughout the Bible, or do they kind of just tackle that on one passage?
I don't know the exact verses of it.
But is it a theme throughout the Bible of going, hey, you don't know, know? No,
it's basically mentioned.
Okay.
Like a time or two. Yeah. A little dropping here and there.
Man, I kind of want to do a Godcast with Kev.
Yeah.
Shit will turn into alien talk as well.
Deja vu. He's done it before.
I have. You're right. Might have to do it again.
Like, please don't make me do this
Didn't
again.
make a nickel.
Yes. So, yeah, Chicago Lulu said, I grew up Christian too, and if there are aliens, it would mean the world is ending. It may
Does
not.
It?
No, I mean, that's just, I think where she is.
It's a theory.
It's a theory, but I mean. Okay.
How do we know?
It would take it to a level that you're like, all right, this is.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
But who's to say, and I'm just throwing this out there, devil's advocate, if you will. What if they've always been here and we just didn't know it? Is that a possibility? I think it could be possible.
Yeah. I don't
So
know
if
if there's
that's the
anything
case-
that's been recent.
How's that different than anything else?
Well, there's references to it even in the Bible of where people could say, hey, that sounds like they're describing an alien spacecraft there. There's, the one thing, if you look at Enoch, where he actually was taken in what sounds like a spacecraft and was shown the world and the universe and all that kind of stuff. That's one of the stories that have come out about the story about Enoch. So a lot of people love that book. Now, the book Enoch's mentioned in the Bible, but the book of Enoch is not in the Bible.
I love this shit, man. This is great.
Okay. See how easy it is to impress him?
Oh, whatever. I'm sorry. This is interesting stuff. I make no apologies.
Those Lizzo files, they're good storytellers.
We got Kevin. You're in charge. You got to put an end to this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he knows he can't stop you. Gosh, it's so tough to
Unstoppable.
to be in our position. No, we can never stop the gremlin.
No, you cannot.
This is your life.
It is. I'm on a contract. I think I signed it with blood.
Got a different kind of sighting here. It's not an alien. It is a Sinicki sighting. Aaron said, I just saw Panda and Rocco at Wawa and Stewart. My son and I thought it was pretty cool to see the KVJ spokesman for Wawa actually backing his plug.
He does love Wawa. That's how he got the deal. I was like, look, he's the best pitch man for the
You
job.
could not hear that commercial and not think that kid does not love Wawa.
That child would eat exclusively at Wawa if I let him.
I get it.
Said they were nice, and Rocco gave us fist bumps, made our day. Thanks for letting us be a part of the KVJ Nation. Aaron and Rowan. sent that in.
Aww,
That is lovely.
that is adorable.
That kid is funny, man. Rocco is a hoot.
He's a 40-year-old man.
That's what
trapped.
makes it funny,
Yeah.
man. One of the funniest shit I ever saw was he was getting ready. The crawfish wasn't open yet, and these lovely ladies were talking to him. He says hello. He was polite, but he goes, I got to go. I got work to do. And he had like a little briefcase in his hand.
Yeah.
So funny, man.
Got work to do.
He had to go run the booth. He was in charge of the whole computer system.
You could tell he's running a little late because he was doing some movie reviews for people.
And Alabama Ashley said our little bowling league here in Alabama had a familiar name on our board. She looked up and saw Kevin Ralston was up there bowling, and unfortunately Kevin's in second place there.
Oh, Kevin, pick it up.
She said I knew the spelling's a little bit different, but what are the odds of sitting down and bowling with a Kevin Ralston here in Alabama?
Yeah, I looked up our names, and there's a Kevin Ralston and a Jason Pennington arrested for
Together?
No, different states, but for bad stuff. The bad stuff.
Oh, really?
Kids?
Just bad stuff. There's a Kevin Ralston and a Jason Pennington.
We want to differentiate.
Jason Pennington's in Ohio.
Damn.
Yeah, I had done that once upon a time. I remember there was a gay Kevin Ralston in San Francisco. He was in the theater world.
Okay.
Yeah. Looked like he was doing great, though.
I looked up Virginia Sinicki's. You're the only fucking Virginia Sinicki, I think, on the planet.
Good, because if there was two of us, I'd have to fight her.
Nothing came up.
You'd be
other
like
than
beta
you.
fish.
Yes.
Couldn't put them in the same bowl
We
together.
can't be in the same bowl.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that hooker's got my name.
Not for long. You about to die, bitch.
Why are you so squirrely?
Yeah, and are you okay?
I don't know.
Are you okay?
I'm just an angel. I was built this way.
Jeez.
Oh, we have to go do something with our boss. We have like an important meeting today. I better
okay.
tone down my squirrely.
No, bring it up.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I like it when you're the center of attention for meetings like that. Hell yeah.
Do that pony show.
Definitely make it spicier.
All right, I'll spice it up for you.
And Drew said, I just wanted to weigh in on which club membership is better, Costco, BJ's, or Sam's Club. I'm a merchandiser that services all three of these stores.
Wow.
So my experience comes from behind the scenes, and I've seen the quality and the selection, and there is a clear winner, even down to the cleanliness of the store. In general, Costco is number one.
Wow, that's a guy that knows.
We figured that, I think. We kind of came to that conclusion yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Costco's king.
He said then it's BJ's and then Sam's Club.
Damn, Sam's third.
Yep.
Huh, I wonder why.
He said Costco has the best management, the most helpful employees versus the other two. I've waited almost 30 minutes just to get into a Sam's Club to service needs for merchandise. Now, that's the Walmart people, right?
Yes.
So their service sucks everywhere.
It does.
Like, how do they not address this? Because
They probably underpay.
it's not even just what happens on this show, but it's like everybody I go on next door and people are always bitching about Walmart.
You
and
get
the
what
service.
you pay for.
I will say the one in Ohio seem to be different than the ones in Florida. The ones in Florida really do suck donkey
Well,
snout.
Costco is also known for how well they pay their people and how it can be a career when you get into management. Like, it's a real deal career because they treat their people right and they pay them well and the benefits are great and all that. You just get better employees.
That's what I used to hear about Publix. I used to hear Publix was good for employees. I don't know if they still have that reputation.
They
but
do.
I knew people that worked at Publix and they go, yeah, man, it's actually pretty damn good.
It is.
I think you get better customer service in general in a small town.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
you're right.
oh, yeah.
Here's why. Because one, your reputation precedes you. And so you have to work a little bit more on your reputation in a small town because everybody knows everybody. And also in a smaller town, when you're here, I think people see Bentleys driving by and all that, and they're like, I should be in that Bentley. In Logan, you ain't going to see that. Like if you had a Toyota Corolla, like you're looking at the higher end of vehicle in my town. Like we're not having Bentleys. You don't I remember when I came here and the first time I rode in a Mercedes, I couldn't believe it. I was calling my friends back home like, I'm in a fucking Mercedes. and meanwhile here, people are like, I mean, you know, who doesn't have a Mercedes?
Every other car at the red light.
Right. So I think the comparison game, they're just so disgruntled about their pay. But in Logan, that's decent pay. You're making what a lot of other people are making because it's just not a wealthy area. And so
Gotcha.
you put more into it and you feel more blessed to have your job. Here, you feel down like, damn it, I got this shitty ass job and blah, blah, blah. We're in Logan. You're like, oh, that's great, man. I work at Walmart.
But you're right, though. I think just being in a small town, you do care about your reputation more. There's not all this shit going on. There's not so much bustling. When you have all this bustling and all this activity going on, you're distracted so much. You kind of almost go into autopilot mode.
Busy dickery.
Busy dickery. Exactly. I can get behind that.
And he said also, just like regular grocery stores, people say Publix is the best. Then there's Aldi, Fresh Market, or however you put that list is a hierarchy of club stores too. Go figure. Sam's Club is the last because it's just a bulk Walmart.
Wow.
Yeah, I am not going to Sam's Club.
That is fascinating.
I'm glad they wrote that. That's good shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and look, I'll just tell you a word of mouth. People we get bombarded with Costco whenever we bring up anything. You know, even earlier, Jay was talking about trash bags. People are like Kirkland. So
When I used to live on North Lake, I went to Costco, but now I'm up too far from Costco. It's not convenient for me. Jaybird, you need to go to Costco.
I know. I just thought about getting all three of the cards just for a flex when I walk into a party. I always talk about these parties I never go to. Oh no! Walk into a party with all my cards. Like, when the fuck is that going to happen?
Never.
I mean, I'll do it at your house. That's the last party I went to.
Got some emails here about the doggy ACL injuries. And Amanda said, I heard you guys talking about that. And I know a great vet in West Palm Beach that does those surgeries for about $1,000 because the email we heard they're being priced at
$5,000 or $1,000. That's a big difference.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I probably shopped everybody. And the lowest I could find was like $3,500 before I found this guy.
Dang.
That's what they were saying too. These vets are insane. They have marble countertops, fountains in their lobby, and they charge $5,000. Dr. Choi at Paul's to Health is a place to go in West Palm.
Yeah, I don't want a fancy fountain. I don't want it to look like a high-end hotel. Mm-hmm. Those are the ones that probably charge you more.
Yeah, our first veterinarian we ever had was some dude in Lake Park, and when he'd open up his refrigerator where the medicine was at, you would see all of his beer in there. And he did this weird thing when he would talk, he'd pause and start to go with his nose like that. And we're like, what the fuck is going on here?
He had a tick.
He did, and he had long nose hairs as well. So just when you'd go there, and you'd always feel weird leaving. Was
he affordable?
He was affordable as shit.
Okay.
Yeah, he was.
You get what you pay for.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're saying this Dr. Choi is a gifted surgeon. He can feel the injury sometimes, doesn't even need to do x-rays, and knows exactly what they need. All my ACL procedures were beautifully done with him. My current dog tore both his ACLs one year when he was 8. Now he's 13, running around very happy and healthy. So thankful for a good vet.
I think they charge a lot of money because they know people will pay it. People will. If it's their pet and they think their pet's dying, they're going to pay it even if they don't have it. And nothing?
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. It's just sad because people are putting it on credit cards with money they don't have to pay the vet.
Bailey's saying get pet insurance if you have a pet, especially a dog. If you can't afford insurance or the potential cost of major surgery, perhaps a dog isn't for you.
You're right.
One must factor this in when deciding on whether or not to get one.
I got family members that literally can't afford to pay their power bill, and they have pets.
Yeah, nothing annoys me more when someone has a pet who thinks they understand what goes behind. If you really care about your animal and you're not living in 1982, which, back in the day, I think people looked at pets differently than they do now. Yeah, man, it takes up your time. It takes up some of your money. It's a big, big deal. People see a cute dog. Oh, it's so cute. I'm never going to walk in. It's going to shit everywhere. No, you got to train your dog.
Why would you prioritize having a pet over paying your light bill?
Because
I don't understand that.
Because it's Instagrammable. It's Instagrammable, Virginia.
And they said the likelihood that the CCL is going to tear on the non-injured leg is now around 60%.
Whoa.
Dogs are exceptionally good at hiding pain, too. So when they're showing it, know they're in excruciating pain.
Aww.
I know. That's how I knew I had a hip problem with arthritis, because I was getting up just like my former dog, Chewy, rest in peace. We were doing the same movements, and I go, shit, man, I don't have arthritis, and I did.
Wow.
And Chewy kind of put that in my head.
The things we learn from our pets.
No shit.
And also, Bailey said, go see a canine mobility specialist. So
that sounds affordable.
That sounds so expensive.
Hence the pet insurance.
Let me guess. They have marble countertops and a fountain in the lobby.
I don't even know how to look that up, Kev.
Yeah, that pet insurance, I think that would be something that you would have to do.
But what's that per month, though?
What is it, like $20-$30 a month?
That's not so bad.
And she said, please just don't do nothing. At the very least, pain management and keep your dog's weight at an optimal number. So sounds like they are more for, because that was the debate. Do we get it done, or is the dog going to be fine? And so a lot of people are saying act on it.
I've been learning how to give massages to German Shepherds. There's a whole tutorial on the proper way to give massages. You know what you're doing in there. But it's supposed to help with if they're aching with the joints and all that. Okay. It's an older dog.
Aww.
Dakota is her name. That's my girlfriend's dog, Dakota.
The old dog whisperer. Look at you.
I really do.
Yeah, when they're hitting all the good spots.
Hey,
this dog loves me.
Bow, wow, wow.
Yeah. Look at that. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for the informative emails. You can send them to us, mail@KVJShow.com. Enjoy your Wednesday. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Goodbye.